That's our score, and I thought we needed dinner for that one, and it ended up in a protracted strike. Both had chances, ano? Hindi lang talaga na-deliver ng South. They could not close it out. They had lumamang sila at least once, ano? They had a set point, but could not finish it.
That's right, FEU. Actually, credit to FEU because there, of course, Dakis and Morada stepped up in that latter part of that set.
And Dakis, as if the other set did not end up yet, and Pasino ends up stretching for it. That's the libero, Mary Lulene Pasino.
Well, Dakis, Dakis, she's really fun to watch because you're saying earlier in the pregame that she has an approach that, people may question, but if it's effective,
you end up watching the approach more than anything else.
Actually, you're right.
Eulalia digs it up deep. Aguilar wants this. Dinks it over. Good track down by Morada into the back row. Pasino. Here's the set.
Oh, read well by the blockers of FEU.
Alam mo, nanonotice ko sa Visayan teams, and this is no rap against them. They don't do too many combination plays, They don't try to make the game very complicated.
Very basic volleyball.
Almost very open.
Tres.
Make quick, but not that often. Oh, nice dink over. Well done.
That's right. Smart play there.
That was by number 11.
Garces.
That's the setter. That's Garces. And Garces has been a contributor. She was taken out at a certain stretch, but back in. Here's Bakiro. Danali Bakiro. Magsumbol. Thwarted by the net.
That's right. Medyo nanggigil siya that play, and she just buries that into the net.
Is there a direct English translation of gigil? Parang wala, no?
Oo nga.
Parang only volleyball players can come to terms with that. Gigil. Wow, well done.
Kids can.
Okay. In the meantime, Aguilar was in a very awkward dig position. Ended up unable to send the ball into the air. FEU ahead by a point, 3-2.
How about over-anxious?
Pwede rin,
Parang haba,
overzealous. Parang napaka-intellectual, Gigil captures the whole spirit.
Exactly. Well, top scorers here for both squads. For SWU, it's Bakiro and Hendrauli. And for FEU, it's Morada and Dakis.
Look at this shot by Aliguay. And she deserves the trip to Shakey's if there ever was one later on. Why not? Because that's the place where Fun Family Pizza gotta be Shakey's.
That's right. That was a good hit. She hit it right in between the blockers.
Magsumbol pining for that one. Finally connects after a third try.
Well, try until you succeed.
Kasi nung lumipat siya sa center spot, medyo nakabuelo siya. When she was in the left wing, hindi siya makakonect. And in the meantime, let's go to somewhere in Mandaluyong with Rachel Dakis. Pido off the antenna, but that will be credited to, yes, Southwestern. We're tied at 4.
That's right. They hit the blockers first before hitting the antenna. Oh, good serve by Hendrauli.
Ooh.
Well, that's a good hit, by Vargas. She just top spin, made top spin. It just fell in the center of this Southwestern defense, and a point for FEU.
You played this game, and Man also, and everybody who works the coverage. I just saw on Bakira the ultimate frustration of a volleyball player. You're there, and you can't hit it. Diba? Nasa harap mo, then, either ang ganda ng spike, wala ka nasa position ka, pero hindi mo na itaas ang bola. Kaasar.
Of course, exactly, kaasar. And sometimes, di ba, minsan you're always caught flat-footed. Not always. Sometimes you're caught flat-footed and you're like you're late for split second, wala na.
Correct. The ball traveling faster than any human being on this floor. 6-5 is the count here.
I think this set is going to be close as well.
Ramdam mo. Yeah, Morada said no way, but she's jammed. Here's the load up. Vargas They go to Pido, too close to the net. A bit of trouble, but FEU ends up coordinated in that last play.
Well, that's been happening to FEU. A lot of people trying to keep the ball alive with one hand. Yung mga last minute
Correct.
kuha. But
na hindi matiis.
Exactly. Tapos nagkakagulo yung
na hindi naman kanya. The attempted Morada drive is what went wrong there. Parang the ball too ahead. Masyadong ahead kay Morada.
Actually, it's timing. It's a timing.
Okay. We'll be back after this technical timeout.
Mic test. Mic test. 1, 2. Mic test. 1, 2. Mic test. 1, 2.
And that's the NBN schedule. St. LaSalle against National University. Maan is part of the team. Maan, what do you have?
Maraming salamat, Sev. Now, at the other side of the fence, let's talk about the Lady Cobras. They want and they need this game so badly. I spoke with Athletic Director RJ Aznar and Coach Jordan, and they said they need this game to keep their hopes alive to make it to the quarterfinals. Yun nga daw yung ginagamit nilang motivation ngayon sa Lady Cobras para mas maging aggressive sila sa laro natin today. And now on the floor, they need to receive the ball better so they could convert to higher percentage attacks. And now on the defensive side, dapat mas basahin daw nila yung setter ng FEU para hindi sila maguluhan sa mga spikers na babantayan. And once we get the drift of our blocking, our floor defense will eventually follow, guys.
Maan Panganiban, thank you very much. That's a very excellent report. Why? Because we don't usually hear in the report na bantayan yung ginagawa ng setter. That's a good piece of coaching from Jordan, let me get his name right, Paca. Kasi kuminsan, pag binabantayan mo yung spiker binabantayan mo, hindi yung setter eh.
That's right. As blockers, you also have to read the setters.
Anong ginagawa nito? Pido, okay. Alam mo, hindi masamang team itong Southwestern, ha? They have nice coordination, actually. Tama si Coach Mac, Hipuela, sabi niya sa akin kanina na masipag itong team na ito.
Exactly. Actually, these provincial teams, they're both masipag.
Well, Rachel Andakis, even she can make a boner every now and then, and that was mishandled. In the meantime, our new volleyball is the Mikasa NBA 300, and it's our official game ball here in the V-League in our 8th season. And there have been more great rallies, thrills, and excitement with our new NBA 300. Aguilar, wow, cleanly rejected.
That's right, but Pido slow to react. Coverage wasn't there. Gettable yung ball eh. But you can see, good block, pero slow to reacting si Pido.
You gotta think always that it's not going over.
Exactly.
You gotta think always it's not going over. In the meantime, way back there is the serve. Aguilar is there. Oh, short! She was deep under the ball. In fact, ahead of the ball, she had nowhere to go.
That's right. Parang she wanted to spike it, but she ended up pushing it to the net.
And it was too late to make any adjustment na yung, di ba, ididink mong ganon. Hindi eh. Wala na siya. Again, gravity denying you access eh. In the meantime, Vargas sends it to the net. It's a close one, 8-11. You're right. It's been a close one. In the meantime, we have number 7, Elizabeth Emnase, coming in for the first time into the game. Coach Jordan is really shuffling his lineup, huh?
That's
really
right.
Looking for a combination that'll probably give them the win here in the second set.
Well, Rapril Aguilar with a couple of errors there. So, Coach, I guess, trying to get her to think things over.
Imanse was ice cold. But she was not yet ready to go to that spike, but it was too tempting, I guess.
No, you're right. No, she's cold, and the worst set that you can get as a player is that set that's like way in the back row. So you can't see. I mean,
Ooh, Rachel may have twisted a bit of an ankle there, but she's okay. Here's a combination, magsumbol, and Eulalio discuss the deeper meaning of life at the net. yung moment, di ba? Yung play, pag naglaro, hindi ko tinamaan eh. Wala eh. Ganun talaga, tara.
I can't.
Wala eh. Okay lang. Lakas pumalo, no? Here we go. It's 12-9. Nice combination. Mintis lang sa angulo.
That's right, and you're saying she must have twisted something, but she looks okay.
Alam mo, hindi paborito ni Rachel yan down the line. Hindi yan ang usual niyang menu. In the meantime, let's stay with the SWU. They're in front, but their biggest lead so far, a 4-pointer. That's over the net.
Free ball.
Emnase. Now she's warming up a little.
Oh, good save.
Ay, labas. Ang push niya palabas eh.
Exactly.
What was she looking for? An angle?
No, some people, some players, this for me, some players, if they're not as aggressive as, let's say, Dakista, when you see the ball, kung regalo yan, I'm gonna push it down, I'm gonna either
parang
tip it
dunk.
down. But there are others that just block it, and, you know, in that play, medyo, she wasn't able to control it.
Doc is trying to go to the back row. Here's a rush towards the end. Giselle C with the setup. Magsumbol with the push over. Emnase tracks it down. Here we go.
Good rally.
Yes, one of the longest. Dakis is rejected. No, FEU can't get it over.
Well, again, coverage wasn't there for FEU. Eulalio receiving it, and but it was too near the net.
Yes. And don't forget, for Fun Family Pizza, gotta be Shakey's as we work with the serve now of Emnase. Elizabeth Emnase came in just a few points ago. Here's Morada. Ooh, cleanly foiled by that roof there.
Well, again, there's a miscue there by FEU. No coverage. See Magsumbol and Morada looking at each other. That's a no-no.
Ito yung sinabi ni Coach Jordan, sakripisyo sa block. You gotta work on it. Bakiro has it to the other side. Oh, check ball. Malinaw yun.
That's right. And Rowley doing wonders for Southwestern.
And they're the first to hit the second technical timeout mark. They're ahead 16-10. Okay, those are that's the website you should go to when talking about the Shakey Speed League. Now, let me introduce to you Amanda Villanueva. This is a very easy name to remember. And she knows how to wave. She's 19 years old, and she knows how to eat Shakey's pizza.
Well, she's got to learn.
Yeah.
She has a box.
I have done this for several years. I have never received a box of Shakey's. I have a slice every now and then. But you're not based on the game, so don't complain. Nice meeting Amanda, and nice having all of you for this good game, actually. 16-10. Mga taga-Sugbo, mga nanonood sa atin, maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Here we go with C. FEU won the first set. Morada, powerful shot. If I were Giselle C, I'm going just one place. I'm going to Morada here.
Exactly. But funny, the ball was too fast. Si Aligway wasn't able to even turn around yet.
Wala,